All right, so part four. Like I said, this was going to take a little bit longer. So embedding evidence, avoiding plagiarism using citations. So we are now in the citation section. This is part four. So I'm just going to do like I've done with the previous ones, show the answer. This is what it should look like whenever you're done. So I'm going to have to type that in. So in front of boiled, it should have the author's last name and page 49. In parentheses, notice that the period goes on the outside. That is correct. Right. Okay, again, I'm going to show the teacher's answer and just type it like it says. So Martinez, 153 in parentheses. Right. Sorry, I'm not going to talk through a lot of this. Boring just to watch. McKenna, 1. Don't capitalize the extra thing. Again, always double check, make sure you spell it correctly, make sure your spacing is there. One thing I see pretty frequently whenever I look at students is they'll take the number that might be here and then it'll be connected. They forgot to hit the space, or there might be an extra space at the beginning there. So every little, every space, every section counts. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart there, but every little moment counts. So make sure you are double and triple checking, make sure things are in the right place. Okay, a lot of typing in this section. Lawrence, 120. Okay. Almost there. Clueless. Okay. Okay. Woodlawn, 72. Now I believe it's going to start giving us some options where either the author is already mentioned somewhere in the sentence, or the page number is already mentioned, or a combination of both. I think that's where this next section is going. So let's see what this does. Okay, so like I said, this has the page number already listed and it has the author's last name already at the beginning before the quote. So we have the information, we have the quote, we have the author's information, we have the page number, and that's the essential material that we need to verify this is from a good source. Okay, so we didn't need to do any changes to that one. This one will be similar. Don't need any additional changes. That's all there. Okay, now we'll probably have to start adding a little bit. Okay, so notice it's Lighten, and then page 82, we have Lighten, but we don't have page 82. I believe it's going to make us put page 82 in there. And you do that outside of the quotation marks, but you have to eliminate the period. Period means it's done, like that section of material is done. So you want to be very careful. You want to end the quotation and then provide whatever source information and then finish it with the period. That means that that section is done. Periods are important. Okay, similar, you have the page number, you have the author, you have the end quote. Never mind, place as Hogwarts. It's part of it's a flow quote, which means this doesn't have to be capitalized. It's just part of how the author wants to embed a quote into the natural flow of the sentence. So I don't believe there's much to do with that one. Place already has the quotation marks, single quotes. Okay. We have to add the page number. So we have the author here. We need to add the page number. And remember, that is going to be in front of the period. It's 211. Okay. All right, almost done. Let's check this answer. That's the same. Okay. So exclamation points, so those extra question marks and exclamation points oftentimes will go before the quotation marks. That's perfect. Periods do too, unless you have a situation where you have to add the author and page number at the end of that. Then that'll function a little differently. Okay, we'll have to cite that a little differently. Okay, fine. Already there. Again, part of the flow quote, so nothing has to be at the end. All right, so at the end, we have to put the page number, 82. Almost there, guys. Feels like this goes on forever. So now I know I get a little handle of how you guys feel about these because there's just so much going on with it. And I get it, but getting into my coaching analogy, repetition is where it's at. You've got to do it. You got to do it over and over and over before you start doing it consistently well. It's muscle memory. Brain's a muscle. So repetition is not necessarily a bad thing. I know it takes time, but nothing in life comes instant. Okay, so this is where we have to get rid of that period there. You have your end quotation marks, and after that you have your space, parentheses, page 280, in parentheses, and finish with the period. Okay, so make sure you have all of that like you're supposed to. All right, let's speed up just a little bit. Got that one. Again, anytime you guys want to stop and look at them and read them and seeing what you do, see what you're supposed to do and why you're supposed to do, you can absolutely pause the video at any moment and see what's going on with it. Okay, a lot of these, for some reason, are just already correct. I like that. Okay, so we have to put the end quotation marks, missing from its usual place, end quotation mark, perfect. All right, we're gonna stop that video again. No red ink, it's all about careful reading, careful details to every little space that you have. Every character that's in there is important. So, all right, I hope this is starting to help you out a little bit. You can watch these videos as many times as you want to. You can pause them. You can see the answers that are on the screen, and you can kind of do a comparison and see, the sentences that show up on your material might be a little bit different because you chose different characters and books and things like that than I would have. But the core content is going to be pretty much the same. All right, guys, I will talk at you later.